Hi, it's Starno at Way Over Recipes, and today I'm going to be cooking up some peanut flour chocolate chip cookies in the Gourmia French door XL digital air fryer oven. And we'll see how it does baking up some alternative flour chocolate chip cookies right now. So before we make the actual peanut flour chocolate chip cookies, I have to make the peanut flour. And in order to do that, I have to turn my peanuts into flour. What I have here are 2 cups of organic raw peanuts. If you're using pre-roasted peanuts, that's okay too. I'm going to basically roast these peanuts myself. There's a quick way to roast peanuts and a slow way to roast raw peanuts. Slow way that is really the way that's going to bring out flavor even more is like 250 for an hour on roast. I'm going to do it quick. I'm just going to do 350 for 10 minutes on roast for these to roast them up quick so we can move along to doing the actual cookies. So I'm just going to turn the cooker on and I'm going to hit the roast button here, so roast, and bring it down to 350. Sorry for the beeping, no way to stop that. And go down to 10 minutes of roasting time and hit start. And it's going to preheat, and once things are done preheating, I'll get the peanuts on in there and we'll roast up the peanuts. Alright, time to add the peanuts. Since it's just a single layer of thin peanuts, I'm going to put them on level 4. I'm not going to put them on one of the lower rack levels. And go ahead, close up, let those go ahead and roast. Alright, things have been going for about 8 minutes, but I see my peanuts are starting to get a little more roasted than I would like. So I'm stopping the cook early. So for this cooker, maybe 350 for about 7, no more than 8 minutes I'd say, but all the same I can work with this, so I'm going to set these aside to cool. So now that the peanuts have cooled down, I've got them here in a food chopper and basically have to chop them up into peanut flour. Key is not to turn them into peanut butter. Whole separate video here on the channel about how to make peanut butter. I'm trying to make peanut flour. So I have to stop them before they get too creamy. So just going to try and chop this up into flour. Alright, I think I'm at the cusp between flour and peanut butter, so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead here. And nothing in this video is sponsored, but this food chopper, you can see the link to the Amazon shop in the video description, and you can get it if you want to get it. It's in there. But I'm going to go ahead and get the equipment out of the chopper so that I can use this peanut flour now. And I'll give you a quick look-see in there to see what peanut flour looks like. So there's a lot of ingredients involved in making these peanut flour chocolate chip cookies, so I'm going to go through the dry ingredients, then the wet ingredients. I've got 3/4 cups of dark chocolate chips. These are 85% cacao chips that I'm using. I've got my peanut flour, 2 cups. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Got 2 tablespoons of granulated sweetener. Use the one of your preference. I've got 1 teaspoon of guar gum. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I've got, now into the wet ingredients, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got 1 large duck egg. You can use 2 large chicken eggs. Actually, this is a jumbo. Duck eggs are usually like jumbo size. So this is 1 jumbo sized duck egg. Or you can use 2 large chicken eggs if you've got chicken eggs. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of raw honey. I've got 1 more wet ingredient that I need to show you, and that is a 1/4 cup of melted butter here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the wet ingredients into this bowl here with the egg mixed up. I'm going to get all the dry ingredients into this other larger bowl. Okay, so I've got my wet ingredients and my dry ingredients in their respective bowls. Just finishing up mixing up the dry ingredients. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to start warming up the cooker while I get the wet ingredients mixed into this bowl with the dry stuff in a moment here. Going to turn the cooker on. Let's do bake. Where's bake? And we'll do 350 for our temperature. Sorry about the beeping, I can't stop that. 20 minutes is going to be my cooking time. We'll see how that works out. We'll go ahead and hit start with that. And while that's going, I'm going to get the wet ingredients mixed in here. Alright, I've got things mixed together really good for my cookie dough. Don't know if my preheat will be done before I get my cookies laid out, but if so, I'll just add time to make it basically 20 minutes when I get things in. I've got this bake pan sprayed with some extra light olive oil. I'm going to just basically spoon out 12 cookies onto the bake pan. So I just take some out and just kind of set it here like this and try and form my cookie the way that I want it formed, if you can see that. So I'm just going to get 12 of those set out like that. Alright, time to get them in. Going to use rack level 4. Let them cook for about 10 minutes and then turn things over. I don't think I have them. I'll have it on the same rack there. There we go. Now we're even. So got things in. Let it cook for 10 minutes and then we'll spin the bake pan around so that we get some even cooking on all sides. Alright, 10 minutes passed, hitting pause. I'm going to try and spin things. Let's see if I can get in here and not make a mess. Alright, go. Just going to tap, yeah, I just want to just touch the tops to check. So we'll let things continue. It'll continue from this point in a moment. Alright, it's only been 14 minutes cooking, but I'm going to go ahead and pause and check now, because usually I do this recipe in a cooker that has no preheat, and so 20 minutes works fine, but with the preheat, I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're good. They feel firm. So let me know what you think of those. I'm going to set them aside and let them cool down. So the cookies have had some time to cool down, so just going to go ahead and get this one here and put it on the saucer there, and let's do a taste test. Thank God for a cookie, and let's taste. Go use a little water. I mean, it's kind of like, it's almost like eating peanut butter and then trying to talk. But it tastes good. As I've said before with these peanut flour cookies, the chocolate chips really help to bring the desserty or dessert flavor, I guess, out of it to make it really a dessert. The other stuff added in, the honey and the other sweetener, not a lot added in to try and keep it from being something that becomes really unhealthful. But with the chocolate chips in there, it tastes good and turns out nice. Otherwise, it's kind of like peanuts with a little bit of sweetener in there. But all the same, they turn out good. You can do them kind of the way that you prefer. I try and keep things so that they don't become like too unhealthy, you know what I mean? But it turned out good and it tastes good. you can do your own peanut flour chocolate chip cookies or however you prefer. And so you got to see here in this video how to do it from the very start all the way to the finish. And so that's how it's done. And so in the video description there are lots of ways to help the channel, such as my cookbook, merch, memberships, donations, link to the Amazon shop, you pay the same price, help the channel. All of that good stuff's there. Also, if you're interested in any other features of the cooker or have questions about the cooker, there's an initial review of the cooker here on the channel you can check out, where I do all the different tests and all that stuff and measurements and a whole bunch of stuff, test cooks, all other stuff is there. So if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon, and good eating.